Well, hello, and this is my review, and I must point out it's just my review of the what I think of the Wolfenstein 2, the new Colossus, the new game out. I did something very unusual with this game. I did play all the other Wolfensteins. The last Wolfenstein, I believe, that was out, I didn't really thought that was great a game, but the one before that I really enjoyed. And I thought, and I looked at the trailers of this one, and I thought, you know, they might have something here. It looks okay. I think I'm going to do something unusual. I pre-ordered it, and Amazon, it arrived on time. So when I got home from work, it was there, and I believe it's a Blu-ray. I put it in, and it downloaded stuff off the disc, and then it goes, yes, your code and all that, and then Steam. And then it was 2 hours on Steam downloading. Okay, so here's what you get in the box. This is your box that arrives, what you get, and this is what you get in the box. This is your disc with the game in it, and I believe it says DVD, but I think it's a Blu-ray. I'm not sure, but anyway. And of course, let's try and advertise our other game as well. Of course. Anyway, your code is on the back of that card for the game, and that's your disc that you put in, and that's when it automatically goes straight onto Steam, and you got a long wait depending upon your bandwidth, of course. Anyway, so there's the box there. Oops, tells you all about it. 18, of course, yeah. I should be about 10 years old, but anyway. Okay, so what else you get in this is this. Now, I don't know why you would get this. This is made of really good plastic. You know what I mean? It's just plastic. If they expect you to put your credit cards in there, is that what they expect you to do? And walk around with this? I don't think I would. A bit of a waste of time if you ask me on that. But you get that in there. You also get this, which is a TV guide of what's the town the world that you're going to go into is like. You know. All this info is great. If the game play is great and the game is great, but I'm sure loads of people think it'd be fantastic, but not for me. Anyway, so that's what you get in the box. Okay, so let's move on to the game. Oh, first of all, yeah, coffee. Oh yeah, that's good. Okay, moving on. Okay, so you start off and you got your levels as usual, and all those levels there you got whatever, all those levels, and I went down onto the call me terribly or whatever that is what I played, and of course it's got the traditional one with that, and that was funny. In the other one that was quite funny, and so they've obviously kept it. And then, of course, you start off, you're very badly damaged, you're almost dead. They remove all your intestines, so you're in a wheelchair, and you can't do this, and you can't do that. Even the wheelchair is supposed to be, I think, is supposed to be something different, but in actual fact, it's just laborious to get around, and they didn't do it very well at all, as far as I'm concerned anyway. You can get knocked out of the chair and you have to crawl to get back in the chair. I mean, well, that's not a great aptitude, I didn't think. So yeah, he has a flashback. So this is when he was a child, and this is his mother here. Okay, so his father obviously was an abusive father. How do we know that? Well, if you take a look there, you can see that the mother has a black eye, and also they labour this point, and also they have to show that he beats his wife, like he actually show him hit his wife, and then he takes the family dog and he wants the son to kill the family dog. He binds the kid up and forces him to try and shoot the family dog, but the kid can't do it, so the father kills the family dog, just to show how mean and deranged he is. I mean, there are other ways, and they actually show all this in the cutscenes. There's other ways to say, look, you could have just said, look, he was an abusive father, and moved on with the game, but no, they labour this point. So yeah, unnecessary violence and that in it. The cutscenes are so long, they go on forever, and the storyline, I think, was written by a 10-year-old. I'm sure of it, really. Yeah, and they certainly went to town on the menu screens. What is that, Notepad? And then there's another part where this lady, to prove that she's a really bad lady and everything else, she decapitates somebody with an axe, and it shows you all of that, and she picks up the head and everything else. I mean, just say that she's a bad lady. Well, we know that she's going to be a bad lady or whatever. Do we have to see that to prove that or anything? And why does it have to go on so long? And then they have another person there that's a rather big person, big, you know what I mean by big, and she's incompetent type thing. She can't do this, she can't do that. I mean, and they make that so blatantly whatever. And you've only been in the game for a bit, and then a man gets his arm cut off with the axe as well, but it's no problem for him because he just ties it off, and he can't go with you and help you, but he'll be all right. Graphically, some people are saying, oh, it's got amazing graphics, oh, it's fantastic graphics. Well, I've got a pretty good graphics card and everything else. The graphics are okay. I wouldn't say they're fantastic. I'd say there's a lot of places where the textures aren't that good at all, and in fact they're terrible, in fact, in a lot of places. And if you think these graphics are fantastic in Wolfenstein, the new Colossus, then why don't you try playing Far Cry 3 or Far Cry 2 even, is better graphics than this. So it's not, and of course Wolfenstein has never been known for fantastic graphics. It's been known for the gameplay. That was the enjoyment of it. And I didn't buy a video game to be able to watch a movie, and that's what this is. So many cutscenes and so long. It's just Anyway, so I start playing the game to see what it's like. Get into the game. And as for the guns and the mechanism of the guns, all the guns look very, very similar, and when you go to aim the gun, you have to bring it up, obviously, and when you do that, all you do is get a face full of gun. You can't see down the sights hardly anything, right? It's just a face full of gun. So that's usually a waste of time. So then you just don't put it up to your face, and now you're just willy-nilly in firing. It does have an automatic save, but it only saves it to when you're at certain points, of course. So if you come up against loads of guys and everything else in a room or whatever, you have to, if you get killed, it just starts you right from the beginning again. So it becomes very repetitive. So it keeps on putting you back right at the beginning, so you have to start over again. Now you can manually save it, but that means you'd have to create a hot button to manually save it, and you'd have to think about manually saving it while you're shooting or whatever, and that takes a lot of the flow of the game away for me. Otherwise it will become very repetitive if you don't manually save a lot. 20 years ago, what did they have a lot of? Well, hang about, boss battles. Yes, this has got boss battles, and it's not even a real well thought out boss battle. What it is, you're in a room, you get trapped into a small area, and the door closes, you can't get out, and they drop a great big guy down in with obviously massive guns that can shoot accurately and fast, and he can walk fast, and you basically have to run around trying not to get hit by him and trying to slowly kill him and everything else. And of course you die many times in this level, especially on the hardness I have it on. I mean, this may sound a very harsh sort of review about a game, but I'm not loyal to any name game or anything. Just because it's got Wolfenstein on the box doesn't mean to say I'm going to like the game. I like any game, doesn't matter what name it is or who made it, as long as it's an entertaining game to play and I get enjoyment out of it. So that's the bottom line for a gamer, I think. And when you spend out as much money as they are now, the only thing I can say good about it at the moment is that it doesn't have any microtransactions in it, at least I don't think it does. I played it quite a time there, and I realised it's not going to be a game I'm going to send back. It's going to be a game I'm going to play every now and then for short bursts and not play for a long time. But that's just my opinion and just what I like. Everybody else and some people might get it and think it's a fantastic game, and that's fair enough. I just thought I'd put it out there for those people who haven't bought it yet and are thinking about buying it. That's just my take on the game. Certainly put down in the comments what you think about the game. I mean, it might be completely different, and that's great. That's no problem. So there it is. So yeah, take it easy now, and bye bye for now.